Taff's word live, no one in yet. Gonna have to hang on and wait, yeah? Still no one. It's usually about 20 people in by now. Say 20 people in 20 seconds usually. And that's it. Oh, now we're getting somewhere. Now we're getting somewhere. We're getting some activity. Hey, Lewis, you're the first one, mate. So we got Lewis plays E, first in. RLD 1908 up the county, good man. What's up, Taff? Not a lot, mate. Big interview today I had. Big job interview. One of the most grueling interviews I've ever had in my life. Honestly, it was mental. But hey, everyone's in now. So we got Squizzles in, Ewan's in, Aaron Day is in. All the regulars. So, what have you guys been up to? You know, everybody asks me how I am. How are you? How has your day been? Thanks, mate. Yeah, I think I did okay. We'll find out hopefully tomorrow if I got the job or not. But it's a job within my company that I currently work for. So, fingers crossed, mate. It would be a big thing for me if I did it. But anyway, this is supposed to be about football now. This is any football, any Newport County, or anything that you want to talk about. Opinion on Woodburn, there we go. Except for Squizzle has been sitting on his ass all day. Well, technically that's what I've been doing too. But there we go. I work while sat on my ass. Opinion on Woodburn. What an absolute beauty of a goal. Absolutely fantastic goal to win such an important game at 17 years old. I mean, oh my God. Woodburn on fire. Literally, Woodburn, that just pretty much says it all, yeah. Right, Benjamin Holmes, and look at Exeter Taff was sat behind. Oh, you sat behind me, were you, mate? Did I talk to you? Did I get you in on the live, on the Exeter live? If not, come and get me next game. I will get you sorted, mate. I'll get you on. Jay Northall, yay, mate. How's it going? How's it going to you too, mate? I'm good. Just sent the other image, by the way, Chris, to let you know. Thanks, mate. Yep. So if any of you've seen the really nice image of Kieran Sanjeev that's been going around, the really nice tribute sort of image of him on the Wembley pitch, that was Jay who done that, by the way. So just catching up. It always throws me when I get a load of messages banging all at once. Lewis, I recorded the Ben Woodburn goal and uploaded it to my channel and it's had 2k views. No surprise, mate. Happy days. I mean, that's brilliant. What a goal and what a game. Mr. B, how's it going, mate? Oliver Davis, I'm buying a 50-50 Saturday. Good man, come and see me. I'll sort you out, mate. I'll sort you out. Aaron Day thought Newell scored. Yeah, I thought so as well. I told him that on Twitter. I thought he scored. Bang off the post. And that's the difference between, you know, a win and a loss. I mean, one little mistake from the most unlikely person in Mickey Demetriou, and we go a goal down. But instead, Newell hits the bloody post when he gets his chance, you know. And I think we scored a good goal. Eamon scored a good goal in the first half, and it was ruled out, and I still don't know why. But it wasn't to be, unfortunately. It wasn't to be, right. Yeah, big fat baldy with the blue shirt. Right, I think I remember who you are now, mate. I'll see you again. You were good to talk to, you were. Tom Hill, hi mate. Squizzle, don't know if you saw my comment, went to Wickham versus Forest Green. A lot of bizarre. Forest Green are weird. Absolutely freaking weird, Forest Green. I don't like them. I really can't stand the whole green thing, the whole hippie, you know, hippie with the money, bankrolling them with their 20 fans. You know, I just don't like it. Score prediction for Wales Moldova, I think we're going to win 2-0. Lewis, we had a goal cleared off the line and hit the post, just wasn't our day. Yeah, we had the one cleared off the line. They had the one cleared off the line as well. It was a very even game. I think Exeter will be up there. I've got a feeling we may be too as well. Tom Hill, Forest Green are vegan, aren't they? Yes. And they completely take the option away from other fans. So fans who may want to come there and have a nice greasy, beefy burger, you know, or a nice, you know, hot dog or something like that, you know, they just don't even get that chance. I mean, getting your hot dog or burger is part and parcel of football, you know. And there you go, there's the other thing that Ewan has kindly reminded me of. No drum, no flags, no nothing. What an absolute joke of a football club. Don't deserve to be in the Football League. I really hope they go down. Looking like they might. You know, there's this, you know, this complete arse wipe of their their owner. Oh yeah, now we're in League Two. We're gonna go on and we're gonna get promoted again. No, I hope you go freaking down, mate. When we play FA Cup, I think it's the beginning of November. To be honest, mate, I'm pretty sure it's the beginning of November. That's Oliver Davis. Aaron Day, did you watch England-Slovakia? I left to take my fiance home. That was at about 9:20, so it was 2-1 at the time. What was the final score? I actually don't know. I pretty much just got back in and started recording, basically. Greg, good man. Greg, he's in. Hi, Chris. Hi to you too, mate. Good to be on again. Yep, definitely. I'm not too bothered about the defeat on Saturday. Decent performance. Shame we got nothing out of it. Looking at the fixtures, I think we could go on a good run now. I was thinking this earlier, mate, actually, to be honest with you. We got a winnable game against Wickham. Wickham are hit and miss at the moment, although they are doing well, but they're still quite hit and miss. They got the big man up front. If we can keep him quiet, we may stand a chance. But on home turf, on that pitch, fancy us to beat anybody, mate, And then Cheltenham at home, yeah. I can see us going on a bit of a winning run now. Obviously Morecambe and then Grimsby, who are both doing quite poorly at the moment. Yeah, definitely can see a winning run going on. Don't get that drum helps the atmosphere. Yeah, it helps our atmosphere, but then it doesn't help theirs. I bet they'll be allowed to take a drum in, but we won't, and that's the hypocrisy of it. They'll ban the flags, but everyone else doesn't ban flags. Although there are some grounds that they'll ask for a fire retardancy certificate, which we actually have. So I'm going to take my flag with the fire retardancy certificate, and then I'm going to quiz them. All right, and why ain't you letting my flag in? It's got the certificate. There's nothing wrong with it. Everyone else lets it in. They're just absolutely a joke. Absolute joke, Forest Green. How many fans would we take to the playoff final? Ooh, that's a difficult one, actually. I mean, when we first went to Wembley, we in the FA Trophy, we took somewhere between 12 and 13,000 when people actually had the time to save up the money for the day. We had 6 days for Wembley when we went up in the playoffs in 2013, and we took 7,500, which doesn't sound good. Although I think the interest in the county is building up. If we got to the point where we were getting to a playoff final, I think we could take 15,000 on this occasion, which might not be the best, but we're growing our fan base at the moment. We're getting there. Right, Lewis, I don't mind Forest Green being in the Football League. It's an easy away day for us. Well, that's the thing. It's one of those games where you go there, the day's crap, the atmosphere is crap, their ground is crap, the whole thing is crap. You're sat on top of a bloody hill in the middle of nowhere, with no one or nothing around you. It's a crap away day, although it's close. That's the only thing. It's because it's so close. You can just drive there. You could leave at like 12 o'clock, get there for 1, walk around until you can get into the ground, and then go straight home, and then you're home for tea time. Then but no, I just don't like them. I really don't like them. Squizzle 2-1 crap game. I'll finish 2-1. Fair enough. Tom Hill, my team Chesterfield will take about 20,000, 5,000 from Forest Green. Screams non-league to me. They still won promotion, and it's a new ground to go to. Yeah, it's a new ground. I don't think you'll enjoy it much, to be honest with you, mate. I remember it well from our days in the conference, and no, the ground's not good. The place is literally a village. It is a little village. All it's got is one church, one shop, and one idiot, and a few houses, and that's it. Well, they got more than just one idiot, but then you know what I mean, the village idiot and all that. Be a new ground, but I can't see them sticking around in Football League for long. If they go down, they won't come back. The guy will lose interest and decide to go away, and they'll stay in the conference. They've always been in the conference. They've never been relegated, never been promoted. They've always been a conference team, so that's where they belong. To be honest with you, Oliver Davis, how many can we get for? We'll sell out an away allocation. If they give us 1,000 tickets, we'll take 1,000 fans for Forest Green easily, 100%. We took 1,300 on Boxing Day in 2012, and we won 2-1 there. And I can remember it was in one big, long, open-ended terrace, and it was pissing down with rain, and we all got soaked. It was crap, but we won, so it was good in that sense. I remember that night I actually went out, and I was out in Delilah's, and I actually come across Aaron O'Connor, Byron Anthony, who's the, is it Joe Thompson? I think it was, who was playing for us at the time, and I think there was another player there as well, and they kept giving me tequilas, and I ended up being ill. It was possibly one of the worst hangovers I've ever had in my life. Good night though, of course, but yeah, I remember that day pretty well. Right, sorry, there's me rambling on. I'm losing all these questions now. James Murphy, do you think Newport will get promotion? Personally, I think it's a step too forward. Yes, I think considering we were seconds from going down last season, thinking of the other end of the table would be a step too forward. But hey, look, we're growing our fan base. We're growing off the pitch. We're becoming a better club off the pitch. We're we're a much better team on the pitch. We got a better relationship with our landlords. I think, thinking about it, it may not be too much of an ask to take the club to the next level. So I wouldn't turn my nose up at promotion, to be honest with you. So I fancy us as well for it. Big man, hello, you're late. Better late than never though, mate. Tom Hill, I think the away end has like 1,000 capacity with the extra option for more if needed, just a guess. Yeah, well, we took 1,300 to there in 2012, so they're not exactly going to fill it with home fans, are they? So they may as well open up the rest of the ground to the away fans. If they can make money, then they may as well take it. Best be a pub at Forest Green. Well, they have got a bar. They've actually got like a clubhouse sort of bar, but it's not massive. It is quite big, but if you're taking a big away crowd, I don't think you're going to fit everybody in there. And yeah, vegan pub. It's all vegan beer and everything like that as well. It's bloody awful. The only thing good about it is the chips. You can have chips and that's it. Unless you have a veggie pie or a veggie burger or a veggie hot dog. Absolutely not. Tom Hill need a pie at match day, me. Yeah, vegetable pie, mate. Honestly, no shit. That it is exactly that. I hope we get 2 crap non-league teams in the first 2 rounds of the FA Cup. That's exactly what I say every year, mate. 2 crap non-league teams at home so we can get through the 3rd round, get into the draw with the big boys. Tom Hill, when I went before, I think they served chips as a substitute. Yeah, it's just chips, mate. Just chips is all you're going to go for, really, unless you're a veggie who likes all the crap veggie food that they do. Big man, would I be able to watch Liverpool Man City at the pub? Which pub now, mate? Liverpool Man City is this Saturday, isn't it? So we're at home this Saturday. So yeah, you should be able to watch it, mate. I'm sure we're home this Saturday. We're playing Wickham. Ellis Williams, good to have you, lad. The new drummer. Can't wait to watch Charlton at home in midweek. Love night. Yeah, there's something special about a football match under the floodlights, isn't it? I mean, that's one of the ones I always used to look forward to. And I always used to. One of the things I enjoyed about Spitty Park when we played there was the floodlights. You could see the floodlights from the distance as you were approaching the stadium, and that always got you excited for the game. Those floodlights. So it's always something special playing under the lights on a Tuesday, Wednesday, Monday night, whenever. Squizzle. Hopefully I'll be in the county end against Wickham at the end of the season. Or the Wickham away game. Alright, look forward to seeing you, mate, if so. Mr. B, thoughts on Watsy going to Hereford? I'm glad someone got the cat out of the bag because I've been seeing stuff on this on Facebook all day. Now, Watsy, absolute great servant to the club. He's helped us make so much money in commercial areas, but there are a few people wondering what we're going to do now for making that kind of money. It's a job that a lot of people out there are qualified to do, so I think on that regard we'll replace him. But what he's getting is a big jump up for himself. Even though he's going to a team that's lower down, he's actually gaining a promotion in the fact that he's being a general manager. He'll probably be on a lot more money than he was on. And it's a good move forward for him. And people are saying, why did we let him go? It's not a matter of us letting him go. If he offers in his resignation because he wants to move on to a bigger and better role for himself, who would we be to stand in his way? He's obviously made a career decision. He's done it for his family. And then at the same time, even though he's going to be working with Hereford, when he comes to watch Newport County, he can watch Newport County as a fan again then, instead of as an employee, which I'd imagine he misses. So you've got to look at it from that point of view, to be honest with you. He's done a lot of good for the club, but it's not as if there's no one else out there who can do his job. You know, whether they'll do it as good as him remains to be seen. But we've got to wait and see. But I personally wish him all the best. He's a friend of mine. And no, I knew about this weeks ago because he made everybody in the support partnership aware of it in their last meeting, which was about a week and a half ago. And we all wished him all the best. And he was really apologetic, as if he was doing something wrong by leaving. It's like, no, mate, no, you're making a good move for yourself. You and your family is what comes first, and that's what I'd always say to anybody who's looking to move in jobs. So, Mr. B, that's my thoughts on Watsy. I've got to catch up on everybody else's questions now. Right then, dark horse in League Two. Technically us, because we were the lowest team that didn't go down last year, so no one would have expected us to be doing as well as we've done. But it looks as though Barnet are creeping in as an outsider. So I think Barnet could be a bit of a surprise package this season as well. Lewis, let's all go to Greg's before the Forest Green match. I'll tell you what, let's go to McDonald's and actually take a bag full of burgers. And there you go, there's something to throw on the pitch, freaking burgers. No, don't throw anything on the pitch, absolutely not. Don't throw nothing on the pitch. But I'm thinking of going dressed up as a human hot dog. That's the one I'm going for. Big man, the one in the Newport County pub. Right, the Dodger, that's where we go. Gareth Marshman, mate, could you mention the bucket collection at Wickham game for the mental health programme? There we go. Gareth Marshman is part of the community team, Norman Parcells community team, and they are doing a bucket collection. They did a quiz a few weeks ago, absolutely great night, had a great time with them. They raised a lot of money. I actually won first prize in the raffle, and we actually got a signed ball, which we raffled on our Amper Army eBay page, and we gave the guys half the money that we made on that. Well, it was more than half. We pretty much covered our eBay costs and a few little bits and pieces, but then we managed to raise another 30 quid for them for that. Now, mental health programme is the We Wear the Same Shirt scheme that they run, and it is absolutely brilliant. And you see the pictures of all the people that are involved in it. You see how much these guys enjoy it, and it brings people out of their shells, gets them meeting people. It's such a good thing, and I hope everybody who's going to the game will see the guys with a bucket and have plenty of change for them. Throw it in. They need to raise the money so they can keep it going. Unfortunately, the FAW they completely cut their funding, which is just such a shame. So I hope it gets supported on Saturday, guys. I'll be taking a nice chunk for the change for you, Gareth. No problem, mate. I hope everybody else does the same. Big man, yeah, cool, good man. Rob Parsons, patron, top man. Hi Taff, great to see all our fans and some extra fans stand and clap for Kieran. Absolutely. I mean, obviously it's been a difficult week with everything, considering what's happened to poor Kieran. To have such a tribute to him at that game was, it was special. If any of you have seen the blogs, you've seen the picture and the flag design. The picture, we're actually producing a canvas for his family. They're actually decorating his room the way he wanted it as a tribute to him. We're giving them the canvas of the picture, the really nice picture of him stood on the Wembley pitch, with all the celebrations in the background, plus also the flag. We're going to take it all the games with us, home and away, and we're going to get it signed at the end of the season by the players, and that's going to go up on the wall in his room. So that's going to look lovely there at the end of the season. So yeah, that was lovely. That was at Exeter. Everybody stood up and clapped. That was great. That was. Aaron Day, do you think Charlton will bring much on Tuesday? It's not too far for them to be able to come down, finish work and come down. So I can't see any reason why not. It's a league game as well. I think they bring a few hundred of them. Why not? Ellis Williams. I think that we would take the biggest away crane to Swindon. I think so, yeah. It depends how many we can fit. I actually think we're going to go up to about 1,500 for Swindon. I got a really good feeling about that. Rob Parsons had a collection on the supporters club. Took 90 quid. Is that for the We Wear the Same Shirt scheme, is it, Rob? Well, I was just talking about... the Mr. B, yeah, about Watsy, I'm taking it. No issues with him going for him anyway. Yeah, it's absolutely brilliant for him because Hereford have got a lot of money behind them now, and he'll be on a good wage and he'll be overseeing an awful lot, which seems to be really exciting him, and I'm excited for him. I think he'll do great in the role. I think it'd be fantastic. Squizzle, when I went to Swindon with with Bradford City, me and my mate were walking around singing Swindon's shit all I want to go home. Swindon away ain't great. When I used to be in the Air Force, I was based near Swindon. I used to go in Swindon an awful lot, but never ever took a football game in, which is weird for me. I always try and watch the local football when I was in the RAF. I used to go to Wolves, for example, when I was based up that way. But no, I mean that the area that the ground is in is a bit of a shithole. I'll give you that, mate. Yeah, but I'm looking forward to it because of the crowd that we're going to take. I always love a big away day with the county. Always in good voice. Ellis Williams. I live on a hill, and you can see the whole of Newport. And when an event over Spitty Park, it stands out like mad. Well, the floodlights, you mean, mate? Yeah, it's great in it. It looks awesome from there. Akin Fenwood or Newbley? I got to say, Newbley Akin Fenwood's coming to the end of his career, and he's pretty much a one-dimensional player. When Newbley does an awful lot more. Akinde or Newbley? Are we thinking? That'll be a tough one. Akinde's the one who's banged the goals in the League Two quite consistently over the last couple of seasons, but Newbley is certainly on his way to doing that himself. So I'm happy with Newbley. Happy meals to FGR. No, I need more than happy meal, mate. I'm not sure if you've ever seen the size of me. I need a couple of Big Mac meals myself. Akinfenwa was overrated. I think Akinfenwa is big and strong. There's a reason why he's always the strongest player on FIFA. But to say he's overrated, I think is a bit harsh because he causes defences so many problems. It's mental how when you get a big guy like that, you've got to put two defenders on him. When you got two defenders on one player, there's a gap somewhere that someone can exploit, and then that's if the ball is still played to him, he can still beat two players. That's how strong he is. He is a real asset to have in any team. James Murphy, if I was not a Newport fan, who would I support? Right, I'm big on supporting your local team, massive on supporting your local team. If Newport County didn't exist, I couldn't go to Cardiff. I'd probably watch the local Welsh League or something and just watch Liverpool on the TV like I used to do. I'd probably go and follow my most local team, the Newport Civil Service, if anything. I quite like park football anyway. So, I wouldn't like. I don't like even thinking about the possibility of there not being a Newport for me to support. As long as there's a Newport, I'll always be a fan. So I hope that answers that for you, mate. I'd probably just sit watching Liverpool on the TV, watching park football. Big man, what do you win on the county draw or the half-time draw? Right, basically, half the money that we take on the day basically goes to first place. Second place, you get a £25 club shop voucher. Third place, you get 2 tickets to the next home game. And then fourth place, you get 2 free cinema tickets. So, 4 good prizes. Yep, that's it. The ticket thing that I sell, half-time draw. Definitely worth £1, mate, especially when you can convert that into 10% off Nando's in Spitty Park. So if you go to Nando's an awful lot, bang, there you go. You're going to get your money back from one visit to Nando's. Am I going to Carlisle on last day? Chances are, yes. Can't say for certain because you never know that far ahead. But as long as I've got the money and I haven't broken both my legs or anything like that previous to it, then yeah, certainly I'll be in Carlisle. Last game of the season. Got to be done though, haven't it? Greg, I'm looking forward to Swindon away, Chris. As you know, I live here now. Yep, Greg, he's from Newport, lives in Swindon. I know you know the area well too. Yep, looking forward to being in the away end here and putting up. Yep, brilliant. Greg's got a nice Newport County flag. Looking forward to putting that up in the away end. Same as I'm looking forward to putting the Amber Army's flag in the away end. You did the thing for Kieran. Yeah, that's right because Kieran's funeral, everyone's to wear county tops, and the family wanted up-to-date county tops, and they actually went down to actually go and buy them. And the fair play, the supporters club actually paid for their county stuff for them. So absolutely brilliant gesture from the supporters club. They're such lovely people they are. Always got so much time for them guys. Aaron Day, do you think any county players can play in the league higher? Yes, I do. I think Newbley should be a League One striker. Definitely. Demetriou and O'Brien could be in League One. Joe Day could be in League One. Ben White will be a Premier League striker one day. And I think Tom Evans one day will be a League One, possibly Championship midfielder. So yeah, there's plenty of our players who could play in a higher league. Certainly, I think Reynolds is going to be in the Championship Premier League one day. Tom Hill agreed Akinfenwa has no pace and his strength is declining. He is a tad overrated. Yeah, well, I understand exactly what they do, for what he does for a team. But like I said, yeah, he is getting to an age now where he's going to have to look at giving the football up. But as long as he's getting paid to play, and he gets paid a lot of money to play football, mind you. I think he'll keep going. He'll keep going for as long as his body will allow him to. But yeah, when you get to the age he is, like 33, 34 roughly, yeah, that is when the end of your career is on the way. But obviously Ryan Giggs didn't get that memo. Obviously, Rob Parsons, KFC. Right, sorry, I think I missed that. I think I missed the punchline on that one, mate. KFC, can you explain that one for me? Sorry. Squizzle, Dave Tarpey will do his bits for Barnet. Who's Dave Tarpey? The name rings a bell. So, that name is screaming out to me. Tell me who he is, mate. Tell me who he is, and I'm sure that might jog my memory now. Tom Hill. Frank Newbley is a League One player, to be fair, one of the best strikers in the league, along with James Collins is a proper League Two striker who couldn't make it in League One, but it's weird. Oh, pardon me. It's weird how you get these strikers who are fantastic in League Two but just can't make that jump. It's like Christian Jolly was fantastic in the Conference but couldn't make that jump to League Two. It was uncanny, unreal. How these players just can't make that jump when they're so good in the level that they're at. Newbley will probably be a League One player, hopefully with us. Hey. James Murphy, what was the best home game last? Oh, bloody hell, Notts County, of course, without a date. Gotta be. Love City, hate Argyle. Oh, Exeter or Plymouth. I gotta be fair, mate. Exeter, 100%. Not just because you're an Exeter fan. I'll tell you straight if I prefer Plymouth. It's just Plymouth for me. Last season, they took Anfield from us. They nearly relegated us because through the goal difference. And they got a thing of rubbing it right in your face as well. They didn't have to beat us 6-1. They only had to beat us 1-0, but they had to beat us 6-1. Hartlepool wouldn't have even been an issue on the last day of the season if it wasn't for our bloody goal difference decline, which was down to Plymouth. No, there's just a real thing where they had to rub it into you. And there are a few nice Plymouth fans out there. I know there's a lot of nice Exeter fans out there as well. So I always enjoy a trip to Devon. So I actually got a bit of a soft spot for you both. But I do feel a lot of resentment towards Plymouth just because of last season. They beat us in every single game we played against them. And in some of those games we didn't deserve to lose. Except they didn't beat us in the cup game 0-0 at their place. We'd have beaten them if we didn't go down to 10 men. I honestly think that. And we would have gone to play Liverpool. But as I always say, wouldn't change a thing from last season. Wouldn't change a thing, because if we'd have gone to Liverpool, it may have meant that karma would have made us go down. And Bluebirds TV, yes, you're late, but better late than never, mate. James Murphy, what's the best away game I've been to? I've answered this before. I don't like changing my answers, but sometimes a different away day will jump out to you. I've got to say Hereford away 3-2 the season we went up. I'm going to stick with that one. Awesome win for Wales, yes, definitely, 100%. It was brilliant, absolutely brilliant, and much needed too. I feel Barnet were a bit lucky to keep Akinde. Not sure about him though, never seen him play. Akinde's an absolute beast, mate, an absolute beast. I think he could make the jump to League One without a doubt. He's fast, he's leggy, he's strong, and he can hit the ball sweetly. He's a lot like Newbley, but Akinde's proven in League Two. Newbley's on course to prove himself in League Two, so we'll see who turns out best at the end of the season. But Akinde, top player, mate, honestly. Favourite Newport County player and why? Josh Labardi, he's the captain. He's spoken to me quite a lot. He's a really nice bloke as well. And you can just see how much he fights every game. He fights for the shirt, he fights for his place. He fights because he's the captain. No, he's just a true symbol of what this team needs. And I'm really glad we got him as a captain. You may say Akinfenwa's agent David Pike looks like he's gone back 10 years. Well, I've got to agree with you there, mate. He looks a lot sharper than he was a couple of years ago. And he's got older. It doesn't make sense. But he's keeping himself fit. And not sure if you've noticed, but he's taking the fitness part of the warm-up. So he's obviously doing a bit of fitness coaching with our team, which is obviously great. So at least we know we got a good fitness coach when he does end up retiring. So good old David Pipe, legend. Aaron Day, did you play football when you were younger, and what position? I did play football when I was younger, and I was a utility person. I played everywhere. Basically, whatever I needed to fill the gap, I played. I was quite decent when I was young, mind. Didn't have the confidence to take it any further. But I remember once I used to play for a team called Real Betis, and they were managed by Nobby Woodcock. Nobby, good friend of mine, always be a friend of mine. Absolute legend, the bloke is. Absolutely made it for him when he won the BBC Sports Personality Award, the Unsung Hero Award. And I seen him on TV getting an award. That was absolutely brilliant. That was something I'll never forget. And now I remember once playing against someone and they were beating us like 4-5-0, and I just came on, played at left back, and he said, just go on and express yourself. Right, okay. First thing I did, took the ball and I just ran. I ran through everybody. I ran right in between the two centre-backs then, and I whacked it, and I thought, yes, what a fucking goal. But no, the keeper somehow pulled off the save of saves. I don't know how he did it, but it's the kind of save that not even some Premier League keepers probably would have made. I absolutely walloped that ball, and it was banging right for the bottom corner as well. And he somehow got over it and got his fingertips to it and just tipped it wide. I was gutted. But I had many days like that, I was always good with the ball at my feet, running down the wing and getting in on the byline and everything, getting the ball in. So, yeah, I used to enjoy football when I was younger, but it wasn't to be for me. But, yeah, that's pretty much, I suppose you could say I was sort of like a wing-back winger, But then as I got older, I was more of a target man striker or attacking midfielder. Squizzle, Tarby, Maidenhead United, most goals in National League South. Oh, right, yeah. Maidenhead. They're doing quite well, aren't they? He scored the most goals in National League South. He must have tipped Craig Reid. I think did Craig Reid have that? County fan, did Craig Reid hold that record before? Well, so someone answer that for me. Rhys Davis made his official move to Leicester today. How much money did we get though? I don't know how much money we got. Okay, Tom Hill, Chesterfield on Mansfield. I know you're Chesterfield. I'm not going to say Chesterfield just because you're a Chesterfield fan. A lot like obviously the Exeter guy then. I prefer Chesterfield, even though I'll always have a soft spot for Mansfield, mind you, because we got promoted with them. But Mansfield fans, we've always had a beef with them. They came down kicking off one year and got beaten up. They kicked off up there and got beaten up. Not that I'm proud of the fact that our fans beat up anyone, but I'm just saying, just the irony of they'll kick off, but they get beaten up. So we've always had a beef with Mansfield, and even though on the season we got promoted in 2012-13, we beat them 4-3 on the opening game of the season. I've had nothing but bad memories at Mansfield. I've always seen us lose there. I've gone to Mansfield more times than any other stadium other than Newport County's stadium, and every time I've seen us lose there, so I don't like going there. So out of the two, I'd say I prefer Chesterfield. Yeah, I think so. Am I going to the World Cup? One word, no. First of all, too much money. Second of all, Russia, I don't fancy going there. Chances are someone's going to knife you or something like that, or you're going to get beaten up by a bunch of Russians, whatever. Not that I can't handle myself. I can more than handle myself, but you just don't want that, do you? It's not going to be a particularly nice atmosphere like it was in France. Ellis, again, Nouble was running past players with ease. Yeah, he either cross it or shoot. Yeah, he's brilliant. Yeah, he is an absolute find. And got him for 2 years. 2-year contract as well. What player do I hate the most? I don't know. I mean, I've come across a lot of players that I've disliked. I mean, Man United players from when I was younger, I'm not particularly fond of. But then in League Two, who's the Stevenage defender, Wells, that they used to have? I don't think he's there anymore. I used to hate him. He was one of those sneaky, horrible, dirty players. He'd always leave his foot in and get away with it. He would always dive and get away with it as a defender. No, I just didn't like him. Alright, oh my god, is it the same Nouble that played for West Ham? Yes, it is, Squizzle. The exact same Nouble that played for West Ham. 100%, mate. Where do you think Newport will be in the next 4 years? I'd like to think we could be at least a contending League 2 club, or at least a consolidated League 1 club. with no threat of relegation, looking at the Championship. Michael Flynn said to himself just 2 years ago, he sees Newport potentially as a Championship club. Hey, could he be the man to take us there and prove himself right? Big man. Any room for Marlon Jackson in the team anymore? I think so, yeah. I think he could come on as a sub, as an impact player. He made an impact in the Notts County game, in a game where we looked like we wasn't going to get anything. And he helped us waste an awful lot of time in that stoppage time as well. So there's definitely good uses for Marlon Jackson. If he can find the net a little bit more often, he'd be perfect. James Murphy. If you could design Newport Grain, how would you design it? Jesus, mate, that's some question, that is. Tell you what, I like a 4-stand stadium. I'm not, not as much as an arena's nice. I like a 4-stand stadium. So I'd have a 4-stand stadium, about 20,000, not too big, not too small, big enough to potentially end up being a Premier League team one day, and have a comfortable stadium. And just so it looks nice and it's got everything that you need, plenty of opportunities to make money with it. That's pretty much how I'd do it. Squizzle. Remembering when Wickham scored the Forest... When Wickham scored, the Forest Green lot started kicking off in the other lot in the mid-50s, or 7-10. Well, Forest Green, I mean, I don't know where they get the energy to kick off, I can't imagine you're going to get a lot of energy eating vegetables all day. Bluebirds, Newport Rugby's on Sky, and you can't get on Sky. Yeah, the Dragons get on Sky quite often because the rugby does get on there. But it is a touchy thing for me, because the season we went up, we had 8 live games, and then since then we haven't had one. We haven't had one on Sky, but on Premier Sports we had 8 the season before in a low division. It makes no sense at all. Aaron Day, opinions on refs this year? So far, so good. But I'm not going to say any more than that. Ellis Williams, what about Kevin Edison? I take it you mean Ellison. He's a good laugh, the bloke is. As a person, he's alright, but as a player, he's a complete cock. And I'm not particularly a big fan of him as a player. I would love a stadium like Bournemouth Stadium. Yeah, it's a nice ground that you can get fans in, get a good atmosphere, and it's not too big. It's so weird when you get a really big stadium and no one in there. It's so weird. Tom Hill, if Newport was going to League One, where do you think you'd finish? Depends who we sign. It depends on a lot of things. Who we sign, what we do, in terms of keeping players and keeping hold of the manager. I don't know. We'd have to get promoted and see how good we looked with that promotion. Because sometimes teams get promoted without looking that great, and they fall straight back down, a lot like Forest Green might do. But no, if we're looking good and we got a bit of momentum behind us, I can't see any reason why we couldn't finish in a mid-table position in League One, if we went up, of course. National League get coverage on BT. Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? National League get all these live games, but League 2 get one in a blue moon. And we only get live games when Plymouth and Portsmouth are in the division. I don't think we've had any League 2 games so far. I think League 2 have had 2. League 1 have had 2 so far. Hey, Georgie, better late than never, mate. He's in. We're Notts County fan. Greg Halpin, sorry, I keep getting your bloody name wrong. Halpin. Hi, Chris. Do you like the St. David flag? It seems to be closest. Yeah, obviously you mean the black and yellow with the cross through it. I like the flag, but as you say, it's associated with Cardiff City more than anything. So personally, I'm one that would think to sort of keep away from it. But there's no reason why it can't represent South Wales for Newport County, as it's supposed to. It's supposed to represent South Wales, not just Cardiff. Georgie, I was watching one of your older videos earlier, and Scratchy was having a massive go at Hessenthaler. Why don't you like Hessenthaler? Hessenthaler in that game was a wanker, basically, mate. And he ended up trying to hit one of our players on the field. So Scratchy ran down to go and have a go at him. But my particular group, we're behind the dugout and we have a banter with the away manager. But then sometimes when they get their mouth going and they're moaning an awful lot to the fourth official, we tend to start having a go at them. Hessenthaler was constantly having a go at the fourth official and turning around and telling us all to fuck off and stuff like that. So we went mental at him. And then I think somebody had a pop at him on the field and he tried to hit him. So Scratchy went down and had a go at him, basically. Hope that answers that for you, mate. Big man, Cardiff of the Premier League. Well, so far it's looking likely. And as much as people might give me some shit for this, I kind of hope they go up only for the good of Welsh football. Not for the good of Cardiff City, but for the good of Welsh football. Bluebird is obviously a regular on you. I don't want to kick off about Cardiff and make him feel uncomfortable. But then at the same time, I've never experienced the hatred with Cardiff. You know, we haven't been in the same division as them for a long, long time, and there's a lot before my time. So, no, I don't feel the hatred with Cardiff. Although I do have a resentment to people from Newport who follow Cardiff in front of County. Squizzle. Yeah, a big football stadium with only a couple of thousand fans in there, it just looks awful. Like Coventry City, just a couple of people mapped out here and there, and one little corner full of people with a drum, and that was it. Callum Morris, can't wait for Saturday. Hopefully the lads put a solid performance. Yeah, I think the performance is going to happen. We get a performance every game now under Flynn. We always get a performance, and yeah, to be honest with you, Wickham are going to be a difficult team to beat, but it's so nice going into every game thinking we can win, you know? It's so nice. Georgie, not so as Newport is going to be such a good game. Yeah, I gotta be fair. We got good memories playing against you. So if anything, if our man asks us Chesterfield, Mansfield, or Notts County, I'm sorry, but it's got to be Notts County because beating you kept us in the league. You know, fond memories, and obviously we won 3-1 at your place earlier in the season. That was one of the only good away trips we had all year. Ellis Williams, Forest Green versus Swindon is getting shown live on Sky. That's pathetic, isn't it? You know, the worst ground in the worst ground in the football league, and they get a live TV game there. That's pathetic. That does my head. Chris Ball is in Hello Spotty Curtains. If you look closely, mate, they're actually flowers, not spotty. They're flowers. Edward Ridley, when you play Notts away, mate. I actually can't remember. It's not anytime soon. I know it's not this month. I'll have to have a look at that one. Or does anybody else want to look for me and answer it down there for me? That'd be great, that would, guys. Rob Parsons, what do you think of the stewards not allowing county supporters who smoke to go out and have a fag? Told if they wouldn't have smoked and they couldn't come back in at Exeter. That's poor, that is. I mean, I'm not a smoker. I'm not a fan of smoking. But if people smoke and they need to go and have a fag, they should be allowed to go out, have a fag and come back in. I can't see the issue with that, as long as they got their ticket on them to show, oh yeah, I bought a ticket, let me back in. I can't see the issue personally. So that's a poor show, that is. Big man, I want Cardiff in the Prem, get to watch a good few Premier League teams regularly. Was that to go to Cardiff, or are you going to look at going in the away end? Or are you actually going to look at coming to County and sod the Premier League, like a lot of us do? I don't know, maybe. Squizzle, can't wait to go to football Monday night. It's been so long. Squizzle, is that a West Ham game by any chance? Tom Hill, is there any ex-Newport players that you would take back? I don't know much, but I would take Connor Washington back. Connor Washington, I think he's completely outgrown the possibility of ever rejoining Newport unless we rise the leagues and manage to buy him back. But Ryan Jackson is one I'd have back. 100% Matt Byrne is someone I'd have back. Who else would I have back? Possibly Scott Bowden. As much as I've been a critic of his, he found the net for us, so we can't really turn your nose up at that. But no, I mean I'm glad players like Robbie Wilmot come back. But yeah, I'd say if we could have anybody back, Sam Foley would be another one as well. Okay, Ellis Williams, Pompey or Plymouth? Tough choice. I dislike them both for reasons. I like them both. I respect them both for reasons. I'd say Pompey because 17,000 fans over 7,000 fans is just mental. Georgie, take a pork barbecue to Forest Green and sell a burger for £1. Money would be rolling in. Yeah, they'd shut you down though, wouldn't they? But how many stewards versus how many fans? They'd have to get the police involved then, wouldn't they? Probably would. Bloodbath and everything like that. But yeah, I understand your thinking. You should get into football. You should be a director or something like that, mate. Chris Ball, hello, flower curtains. There you go. It's a bit more accurate now, mate. Well done, Mr. B. 28th of October. Thank you very much. 20th of October. So that answered the question to whoever answered that. Whoever asked that. Thoughts on the Red Legion? So the Red Legion is the Ultras group, I believe, at Exeter. And fair play, you made a lot of noise throughout the entire game. I'd say that you make a lot more noise than us, but we got more flags than you. So there you go. You get more flags, we'll start making a lot of noise, and then we'll be two big Ultras groups leading League Two. Alice Williams, we're playing Notts away on our last away game of next month. There we go. 26th of October is Notts County away. I will be going. Scott Bowden playing now. Wrexham. Scott Bowden went to Wrexham. Also, Wrexham had no hot dogs left at half time. It's like Forest Green, isn't it? You know, no hot dogs. Do they have burgers at least? Halifax, if that was answering the Scott Bowden question, no, he went to Wrexham. Would you agree that Wilmot is one of the most versatile players in the team? Absolutely. He can play wing, he can play forward, he can play wing back. He's brilliant, and he does the job so well in any of them positions. Edward Ridley, name your 3 biggest derbies in the Football League. Cardiff City, Swansea City and Wrexham in the Football League. Well, if Wrexham ever came back up, it would be that. But Cardiff, Swansea and Wrexham would be the derbies. Yeah, we're getting to the point now where I've been doing this for over 45 minutes, so it's wind down time. Absolutely wind down time. Yep. Scott Bowden's playing for Wrexham doesn't make the starting 11. Gee, that's mental, that is. I thought he'd have been an absolute proper starter for them. Greg Halpin, great broadcast, Chris. Thank you very much, mate. Appreciate that. Look forward to these on a Monday. Can't make Tuesday next week. Daughter's birthday. Give the port a shout for me. Certainly will, mate. And we'll be making a hell of a lot of noise. Would you take Josh Sheehan on a permanent? Definitely. 110%, mate. Absolutely. Shame really, Scott Bowden was decent for Chesterfield when he came on. Never got a game though. Yeah, he scored a lot of goals for us. Those goals pretty much kept us up because he edged a lot of like 1-0, 2-1 type games with his goals. He was a proper poacher. And fair play. You know, he scored them for us. Rob Parsons, night mate. Callum Morris, can't wait for the Swansea game. Would be insane to see Renato Sanchez on the pitch. Oh, imagine that, Renato Sanchez playing at Ronnie Parade. Mental. You in the Cup next Tuesday. No, I think it's a league game. I'm pretty certain it's a league game. Big man just retracted, but saying great stream. I hope you mean that, mate. You're going to say crap stream tonight. Sorry, Taff. But yeah, it's been great. Thanks everybody for getting involved. I've answered an awful lot of questions again, which is exactly how I like. Keep me on my toes, keep me busy, keep me firing them out, and I'm happy with that. Squizzle, night mate. Thank you very much. Cheers, big man. Cheers. Bluebirds TV, thank you very much. All of you, thank you. This has been a great one again. We're keeping Monday nights interesting, so thank you again. And I hope everybody joins in with the minute's applause for Kieran Sanjeev on Saturday. Rest in peace, Kieran. Love you loads, mate. Good night. Good night, all. Love you all. Love you all. Really appreciate you all getting involved. Thank you again. And until next week, cheerio for now. Up the county.